Remember your parents' advice? Life is what you make of it. You get out what you put in. And don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness. But what does that mean in the car world? Like anything else in life, it's all about the choices in which you make. But that hasn't always been entirely democratic. In the privileged world of large cars, choice has always been in abundance. And then about 2 years ago, you started to get a lot more cheerful choices in the compact car world. On the performance end of the spectrum, you got something from Europe that was a hell of a lot of fun to drive. And on the value end of the spectrum, you had something that looked awesome. But behind the wheel wasn't the most exhilarating of cars. Enter the Dodge Dart, a car whose sole mission in life is to give you choice in a segment not known for it. So you can customize everything from the wheels to the color of the grille, all the way down to the interior. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to Diesel Citrus Peel. How a car looks or how it makes you feel is all fine and good, but what about how it drives? That's where a car manufacturer has a major choice. Now, unless you've been living under a rock over the past 3 years, Fiat Group has taken control over Chrysler, and they've done in the past 2 years what Daimler couldn't do in 10. So when you're introducing an entirely new car in a segment that is arguably the most important, you base it on a car that people already love to drive. Enter two magical words, Alfa Romeo. And then there's the most important choice, the engine. But you want to check the box for the 1.4 because that's where you get more of the secret ingredient. Torque! Who knew? Now here's where things get a bit confusing. You have a choice of one of two different engines. They both have the same horsepower, but it's the torque that changes. Now you can zip around all day in a 2-liter and have a blast. But the reality is there's going to be some times that you're going to be left flat-footed. Now a spot of advice from me. Sergio, Fiat, Chrysler, and Dodge have gone out of their way to finally bring you the Alfa Romeo that you've been pissing and moaning about for years. Do you and me a favor and buy it as God intended. Get a manual.